And welcome into the ballpark. Happy to have you with us. The national spotlight is on MLB The Show's game of the week. It's the San Francisco Giants and the San Diego Padres. Today, all eyes are on the mound as we've got a pitcher who's been absolutely on fire lately. In fact, in his recent outings, he's been nearly untouchable, Singy.
Oh, you're not kidding, Boog. Opponents have looked lost against this guy, and the way he's pitching, it doesn't look like he's slowing down anytime soon.
First pitch coming your way next. So just about set. And starting this one, Dylan Cease. And Singy, we were talking earlier about how he's doing a great job navigating through tough spots.
I've just been so impressed with when it seems like there's more pressure, he's more calm and settles in. He's done an incredible job with runners in scoring position. Most guys, they get a little tight, they start to aim the baseball, but for some reason, he gets looser, the ball comes out of his hand with more life, and he's able to wiggle off the hook of, tough situations and get his team back in the dugout.
And another ball.
2-0.
To the right side, Cronenworth throws to first, and a quick out, number one. Here's the Giants lineup. One guy swinging a hot bat recently, Tyler Fitzgerald.
Well, he's leading the National League in runs scored, and it's kind of a weird individual stat, but I tell you what, somebody's got to plate those runs, and it seems like he's right in the middle of all of those big innings that they've been having this season. We'll see if he can be a catalyst in this one.
And up next for San Francisco, Tyler Fitzgerald. And he swings and misses at the initial offering.
Just a bit tardy there. Not sure if he had a hard time picking it up out of the hand or if he was sitting off speed.
And he swings and lifts one to deep center field. That's back there. Tattooed to Tater Town and gone. A soaring shot to center. It's 1-0. 2 pitches, 2 swings. That one for a home run.
Looking to be aggressive all the way, and it paid off for him in a big way. What I love about this swing is he stayed tall, allowed his hands to go directly to the baseball, letting that bat head get down through the ball to create backspin and hit it out of the ballpark. Really nice job.
Matt Chapman up to the plate now. Blasted 2 home runs in last night's game. And a swing and a miss.
0-1.
Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2.
Man, that was pretty gross right there.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And there are 2 outs.
That's a pretty nasty pitch right there. I'd call it a power curveball in the 80s. It's got so much spin on it, and you really don't have a lot of time to sit back and watch what it's going to do before you have to commit. It was a good one for the swinging strikeout.
Lawrence Butler at the plate now. That's ball 1. Breaking ball misses down and away.
When you get ahead in the count, there's no doubt that the success rate goes up, and that's what he's been doing. It's made a big impact for him in recent games.
Left field. And that's the 3rd out. When the Giants go deep, it's bye-bye, baby. It's an early 1-0 lead. It's Major League Baseball on the show. Back here with my pal Singy, and towing the slab in this one, Justin Verlander. And as usual with him, Singy, I think we can expect plenty of strikeouts.
Yeah, Boogie's racked up over 3,000 strikeouts in his career, so expect to see more of the same in this one.
We go to the bottom of the first. Now the DH for the Padres, Ahmed Rosario. That one in there across the letters. Verlander, a former MVP, he features a four-seam fastball, a curve, a slider, and he works in a changeup. Line and a base hit into right. So a runner aboard to start the inning. Here's Mike Tauchman. First pitch just misses.
1 ball, no strikes.
That to right. Eldridge moving under this one. Hauls it in for the out. As we take a look at the Padres lineup. Not a team that usually sees a lot of pitches or works a ton of walks, Chris. They take a more aggressive approach than some of the other teams in the league.
They definitely have a few free swingers in this lineup, hitters who want to be on the attack, and that's great as long as you got pitches in the zone. But if the pitcher's able to expand the zone, can be very difficult for an offense like this to get going. You've got to somehow draw some walks, put some runners on base so that when you do have those free swingers come up, you can cash in with some runs that are plated.
Manny Machado in the box now. No balls and a strike. And a breaking ball misses outside. And Manny gets a piece. That one just misses. Tying run is at first here in game 3 of this 4-game series. And he went around. Ruled a swing. Next to hit, Jackson Merrill.
Not getting the results he's wanted at the plate recently. Barely hitting over the Mendoza line this month.
2 outs. And that one fouled off. Ground ball to the right side. They take the force out. That's the inning. Padres leave one. Still behind by a count of 1-0. And welcome back to the ballpark. Here's the left fielder, Elliot Ramos. Ramos with a homer in his last game. Cease back to work. And a swing and a miss. There's that slider.
0 balls, 1 strike.
Ramos, a former All-Star, hitting 5th in today's lineup. And he was born in Puerto Rico. Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. Diaz on to first. In time to get him. One away in the strikeout.
Well, take a look at the 3-pitch sequence here. Pretty simple in terms of putting them away at the plate. Once you're ahead 0-2 as a pitcher, you can really expand the zone and see how aggressive that hitter is going to be trying to protect and battle. And right there, clearly he was in swing mode, but all you can do is hope to foul that off.
Here's Lamont Wade Jr. That's back there. Onto the track, and he makes the catch. 2 outs, base is empty. Bryce Eldridge, the next Giant to hit. Swing and a high fly ball out there towards left field. Ward hauls it in to end the inning. Back here at Petco Park, we head to the bottom of the second, and here comes Sander Bogaerts. First pitch, and he just misses.
Good spot there, but didn't get the strike at the knees and doesn't seem too convinced by the call out there on the mound as he tries to get a better sense of the umpire strike zone.
Foul ball there. And he couldn't hold back. He's rung up on strikes.
Committed to that breaking ball just a little too much and couldn't pull the bat back in time. You know, once you get it going, it can be so tough to stop the momentum of that barrel. Good pitch, had him fooled.
One down, base is empty. The other way. He's got it. There's two away.
That accepts the second baseman.
Now here's Jake Cronenworth. Ball one there.
Ball.
2 outs, base is empty. Swing and a base hit.
He needed that one. It's been a tough stretch at the plate lately. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
Slides, but he can't come up with it. They stop the lead runner at second. Now 2 on with 2 outs.
2 consecutive base hits for these guys here. There's nothing cheap about the way he got that one through the infield. That was ripped, caught out in front, and didn't get under it like he would have liked, but definitely put a good swing on it.
Two on, 2 outs. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. The pitch. Check swing, appeal to first. No, he held up. Fouls it off, still 1-2. Cronenworth at second. Ward on at first with 2 down. Breaking ball misses down and away. Two now. Right side. Fitzgerald throws to first in time. Inning over. Padres leave a pair, and it remains 1-0. Back here in San Diego, top half of the 3rd inning. Here's the 3rd baseman, David Fry. That one is absolutely belted. That's back. It's gone over the left field wall. That one felt good. It's his 6th home run of the season. It's 2-0. He ambushed him right there, Siggy.
Yeah, swinging on that first pitch, and I think losing one over the fence is exactly what he had in mind as well. Looks like this guy was looking out over the plate, but he was ready to turn on the inside fastball. So direct to the pitch, absolutely blasted out of this ballpark.
Now it's the Giants catcher, Patrick Bailey. Swing and a miss. 0-1.
0-1.
And that one missing low. Misses off the plate, and a count 2-1. Nobody on, nobody out with a run in. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. That just misses. 3-1.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with the 3-1 count.
In the air, left field, down the line, and in foul ground, he pulls it down. 1 out.
Outstanding catch right there, and I love the commitment that he showed. He knew that the wall was close, but was determined to make that catch, and a nice calculation of just how much room he had to try to minimize that contact.
So a man aboard And digging in for San Francisco, Tyler Fitzgerald. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. That one fouled off.
Well, he got challenged with a good fastball right there. Just couldn't catch up.
Swing and a miss. Well done behind the dish. And, Chris, that's a way to neutralize his speed by keeping him off base.
And the defense breathes a sigh of relief because he puts pressure on everyone if he can put the ball in play. But that's how you do it. Keep him off balance, get him out of there, and deal with the next guy.
Here's Matt Chapman. Swing and a miss. Strike one.
No balls. One strike.
And ball one.
2 strikes.
That one outside. 2-2. And the count is 2-2. Fights it off. He'll see another. Here goes the runner. Ground ball up the middle. Takes it to the base for the force out. And that is the third out of the inning. But the solo shot stretches their lead even further. It's now a 2-0 ball game. Let's check out some notable Cy Young candidates. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
That missed. That's a ball.
Line drive caught.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
Pitch misses, and now it's even 1-1. Just missed. Right through there for a strike. Breaking ball misses down and away.
He should get a pretty good pitch to hit here with the 3-hole hitter coming up if he's walked.
That's ball four. Tried another fastball but missed the spot.
His ability to draw walks has been something that's been part of his career since day one.
And that is out of play. Not even close there. And it's 1-1. Ripped to first. Caught.
Nothing you can do about those as a hitter. Even though you know that, they still drive you absolutely crazy.
Jackson Merrill, the next up for the Padres. Fastball for a strike. Next offering misses. 1-1. That one to first. Wait. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league. That one the other way. One down. Here's Elliot Ramos. 0 for 1 so far. Out to short. Bogarts tosses to first. 2 up, 2 down. 2 down, base is empty. Lamont Wade Jr., the next Giant to hit. Swing and a miss, 98 on the gun.
Something I'm noticing in this one is that these hitters are aggressive early in the count. It makes you wonder if that was talked about in the hitters meeting before this game started.
Ward under it, nabs it, and that is that. 3 up, 3 down. And we're back. John Sciambi and Chris Singleton with you. And leading off the bottom of the fourth, Xander Bogaerts. That's outside.
That's
ball
outside.
1.
You know, these Padres just lacking discipline at the plate in this ball game. So many of their outs have come from weak contact on pitches they're chasing outside of the strike zone. You can't do much of anything with those locations, and that's been true again today.
Here's Elias Diaz. That one ripped. And it stays fair.
That play looks routine defensively, but with all of the little nooks, it can get real tricky down in the corner. Kept it to a long single. Nice defensive play.
Cronenworth takes low, second trip to the plate in this one. Next offering is in for a strike. Ground ball left side, could be 2. There's 1. And that's 2. No runs, 1 hit. Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point. Cease back to work. And it's fouled away. And that's way high. And the count even 1-1. Hammers that one deep left field and forget it. He sends it out of here. And they add a run. It's 3-0.
That's the exact definition of hitting the ball where it's pitched, taking that outside fastball and driving it the opposite way out of the ballpark. You want to bottle that type of approach.
David Fry will hit next. He's already homered in this game. Line drive.
The catcher, number 14.
So a man at first. And up next for the Giants, Patrick Bailey. He's 0 for 1. In the dirt.
0-1.
Bailey, a former Gold Glove winner, 25 years old. He's been on a terrific run at the plate, hitting over 350 in his last 10. And that one in the air center field. Merrill settles under this one. Hauls it in, and there's one away. Here's the shortstop at the plate. Brett Wisely, 1 for 2. That one ripped left field. Going back on this one. Bounces off the wall as he makes a great grab.
Man, Boog, I love watching an outfielder take on the wall to make that play, and it's a lot easier to watch from up here because that can be painful in the end. You know the wall's coming up on you quickly, so you have to maintain concentration and able to make that catch and hold on to it after contact.
And that keeps him from advancing past second.
Hitting is really easy for some guys. One thing that I can see already, his bat stays in the zone on plane for an extended period of time. And guys like that, they have a high contact rate and they have more barrels because of that bat being on plane. And even when you don't get it great, it's still hit hard enough to dunk something in like that in front of the center fielder.
And there's a ball.
Well, he missed badly with that 0-2 fastball. Hitter has to understand, probably wants to try to put him away with that pitch, so got to stay ready for it.
inside. 2-2.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. But that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
Swing and a miss, and he chases that one in the dirt. Diaz on to first, and they get out of the jam. Well done to finish off the strikeout and end the inning. It's a run for the Giants on the solo blast. It's now 3-0. And welcome back to the ballpark. We head to the bottom of the fifth. Now the left fielder, Taylor Ward. Lifted in the air, right center field. Butler sizing this one up. Makes the grab, one away.
Almost a loud start to the inning on that first pitch. Man, he's going to want that one back, no doubt.
Joe stands in now and watches strike one. And that's outside.
That's a ball.
1 out, base is empty. And there's a foul ball. Fly ball down the line, and that lands in no man's land, a foul ball. And down on strikes. That K is his third of the game.
Got a little bit of a questionable call on that fastball right there. It appeared to miss off the outside just a little bit, according to the electronic strike zone. But that's the type of location where you kind of have to understand that it's close enough to where you don't want to put the fate of your bat in the hands of the umpire. He did, and he got burned.
On the ground to the left, Fry throws across the diamond, and that'll do it. So the Padres with a new arm in the mound, Adrian Morejon. He last pitched 2 days ago. Here's the center fielder, Lawrence Butler. Swing and a miss. Missed that by a mile, and it's 0-1. Bounce to the right, Joe. And he handles it himself for the out. Elliot Ramos, the next to hit. So here's the guy that is, I think, right now the favorite to win the National League MVP. Fought off foul. Base is empty, 1 away, and we're in the top half of the 6th. Going 2 now. Gets a piece and stays alive. And 1-2. And he swings through that one. Diaz on to first. Out. 2 away now after the drop third strike.
Stood absolutely no chance on that slider right there. And I don't mean to laugh, but that's a tough one. I mean, pretty much a perfect strikeout pitch. I mean, it looks like a fastball middle in. Kind of has cutter action, and it just bunches you up to where you can't get your hands through.
And there's the third out. That'll do it for the back here at Petco Park. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Stepping in for San Diego, Mike Tauchman. Fouled off. He was late.
You know, these Padres, simply put, are producing a lot of quality swings. They've hit 7 line drives already, and even though some of them have been for outs, there's nothing wrong with delivering consistent, hard contact. That's almost always going to lead to positive results.
The next pitch misses, and the count 1-2. Up the middle. Tosses to first. And that's 1 out as they get the leadoff hitter in the 6th. Here comes Manny Machado. 0 for 2 in this one. And first offering is fouled off.
He's been going after these guys consistently, and as a result, he's been able to keep his pitch count low. Throwing the ball very well right now. Well, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or two is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
Foul ball. It stays 0-2. And Machado able to spoil that pitch. Misses.
No, that missed. That's
and
the
a
ball.
count 1-2. Got him. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today. Chris, third time through the order and a couple of quick outs for the starter.
Yeah, he's been very frugal today, economical with the pitch count.
Merrill in the box again, takes a strike.
0-1.
On the corner for a strike.
Tonight, his slider has been really impressive. I mean, tight spin. Seems like the hitters aren't picking it up out of the hand.
Ball.
That just misses, and that is ball 1. And that skips in the dirt. Line drive, base hit. Tapped softly on the ground. Zips it to first, and that is the inning. One left. Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Jeremiah Estrada.
Well, he's been a really tough guy to take deep this season. You usually have to string some hits together in order to get to him.
Ripped on the ground to second. Whips it to first. That's the first out, the top of the 7th.
Really nice job to get your first out of the ball game.
So digging in, David Fry. He blasted one out earlier in the 3rd.
Just a solo home run, but an important swing of the bat in this game. We've already seen him do it once. Can he do it again?
Swing and a miss. There's the slider. 0-1.
Man, 91 on the slider right there. That's a hard one. That's a low-end fastball for some pitchers.
Way out front for strike 2. Double-barreled action in the bullpen for San Diego. Ron Marinaccio appears to be getting loose. Suarez also getting ready. Swing and a bouncer out to short. On the run, throw to first. And very nicely done for the out. And now the switch hitting catcher, Patrick Bailey. And that one missing inside a sharp slider. 2 down, nobody on. Here in the top half of inning number 7. And a pop-up on the left side of the infield. Machado under it, and that'll do it. Welcome back. Taking a look at our game summary. Fastball for a strike. And that drops in for a strike. The other way, and foul ball. And that's a little bit high. Now 1-2. Line to second, snagged on the bounce. Gets it to first, and 1 away in the bottom of the 7th. Next for the Padres, so Bob Melvin out of the... So the Giants with a new pitcher on the hill, Tristan Beck.
And if you dig into his walk rate, his numbers are really impressive. He's really filled up the strike zone this season, so these batters better be ready to swing the bats.
Beck ready to fire now. Swinging a foul out of play. In the dirt, and it's 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Breaking ball misses down and away.
You could see he was trying to stay back long enough to handle the off-speed pitch, but just a little tardy on the fastball.
That one the other way. Fair ball.
Man, that was a pretty good battle at the plate, and I'll tell you, it feels pretty good as a hitter when you grind out a hit like that. On the mound, he's got to feel like he deserved a better result on that pitch. Really, I mean, just a soft liner that happened to stay fair, but even though you don't want to do it, you got to tip your cap because the guy at the plate, he found a way to fight it off and get that knock.
It's softly on the ground to third, and a foul ball. Double play ball to second. Good feed. That's one. Double play. They can't seem to break through. Inning over. No runs, one hit, no errors, and no one left. We look ahead to inning number 8. It's the Giants 3 and the Padres nothing. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Robert Suarez.
And compared to a lot of other relievers, strikeouts have not been a big weapon for him this year, so the defense should be active.
Foul ball. Oh, 1 now. Well struck right field. That's back. Drops for a hit. He couldn't run it down. Round second, digging for third. And he's got a leadoff triple.
Multi-hit game for him now, and with the lack of results he's been having lately, I'm sure he's feeling some relief. He hit that ball really well to deep right field right there. Got a pitch to drive and just stayed through it nicely. Didn't quite have the trajectory to clear the fence, but you're always happy with an extra base hit.
There's a swing and a drive. Ranging back. Makes the catch on the edge of the track. Runner tagging from third. He scores on the sac fly, and they're up by 4.
Well, that one ended up a lot closer to a home run than I thought off the bat. Clearly didn't get it all, but with that wind blowing out to right, almost pushed that one over the wall.
And here is Matt Chapman. Chapman gets a piece there. Suarez, an all-star a season ago. He features a 4-seam fastball, a sinker, a changeup, and occasionally uses a cutter. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. 1 out, base is empty, and a run in, and we're in the top of the 8th. Up the middle, Cronenworth jumps, throws, on the money. Nice play.
First of all, that's just a nice job to even get to that ball, and then even more impressive was the throw. Off balance, had to try to in the air, get his shoulders turned, and make a strong throw. Does show off the strength of the arm. We're usually used to seeing that kind of arm strength from the shortstop.
2 outs, runner at first. And up next for San Francisco, Elliot Ramos. Swings through that one for strike 1. Butler off of first with 2 away. Pitch misses there, and the count is 1-1. Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. And that is that. They get a run on. Welcome back to the ballpark as we check out the current playoff picture. Beck back to work. And a strike. And a strike on the outside edge. Base knock right field. Man aboard on the leadoff single. And now it's Ahmed Rosario. And that's through there for a strike. It's 0-1.
Well, the leadoff man gets on. You want to minimize the threat by playing sound defense. Hopefully the pitcher can get a ball on the ground and they can roll him up for 2.
Cut on and miss, struck him out. 1 away.
He's locked in at the plate when he's using the whole field. He was out in front there. Just needs to let the ball travel a little more, and his timing will be back on track. Good pitch for the strikeout.
Now here is Mike Tauchman. Into center. And it falls. And now 2 aboard. Now Machado up here. 0 for 3 in this one. And the sweeper catches the plate.
Well, in this situation with runners on, you've got to get ahead in the count so that you can dictate the...
Oh, that got him on the mound. To first, and he beats it. Everyone's safe. So bases all loaded up. Jackson Merrill, the next up for the Padres. 1 for 3. Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change.
Now pitching for San Francisco, number 68.
And there's a strike. Good heater at 98. Miller,
0-1.
he's kind of a prototypical bullpen arm in today's game. Electric stuff that results in a ton of strikeouts. In a tough spot like this, that is a big-time benefit. And that's downstairs and outside.
As a hitter, when a guy like this comes into the game, you feel like he's standing on top of you, and it's just attack mode coming right at you, expecting to get a swing and miss. Well, that's always the key to effective pitching, is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Hitters become defensive, and all of a sudden that plate starts to get really wide. And what happens is, because of the pressure, you end up committing to a pitch as a batter before you recognize what it is, and that's what leads to the strikeout.
1-1.
Is off the play. Now 2 balls and a strike. Up the middle. They get the force out to escape a bases loaded jam. We're back. It's the top of the 9th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Ron Marinaccio.
And he's had a really hard time throwing strikes so far this season. His walk rate is up there among the worst in the league for relievers.
Wait, not sure what to expect after that first pitch. Swings through that one out in front that time. Activity in the bullpen for San Diego. Yu Darvish up and loosening in the pen. Matsui getting loose as well. Hard hit right side. Now 1 gone in the 9th.
Fastball groove right down the middle. Usually a lot of damage done with that pitch. A hard grounder, but he wanted to get that ball in the air, maybe drive it into the gap.
And that one hammered. And that gets down in the corner. And he's got a double.
Well, that started and ended pretty quickly. No messing around right there. Pitch was away, and he did exactly what you're supposed to do with it. Drive it the other way. Just go with the pitch.
Now, David Fry. Swing and a ground ball. Bogarts handles the chance. Over to first. Play is made, 2 out. Patrick Bailey now at the plate. And first offering is fouled off. Yeah, that's fouled off. The 0-2. Now one missed.
He's great hitting the ball the other way, and that pitch did a good job to straighten him up a bit. Mission accomplished.
And that's outside. 2-2. Eldridge on third with 2 out. And there's a fly ball deep right field. And that lands inside the party porch for a home run. Bottoms up. A 2-run homer. His 16th homer of the year. It's 6-0.
That fastball was out of the zone, and he still drove it out. Those swings leave pitchers scratching their heads. High fastballs, especially with good velocity, can be really hard to catch up to. But he stays tall, his top hand works extremely well, and he absolutely clobbered it.
Now it's the Giants' leadoff hitter, Brett Wisely. He swings and fouls one off. Here's a high chopper. Bogarts fields it cleanly. Safe. And that's his 3rd hit.
Did a nice job getting there. Good throw, but very difficult to get anybody on that one as far as you had to go and throw. You know?
Yeah, no question. At the plate, Tyler Fitzgerald drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. That one back. Out of here. Another homer. His 2nd home run of the game. It's 8-0. And their 5th home run of the game.
Some things in this sport are contagious, Boog, and right now for this team, clearly it's the long ball. When you're working with this kind of velocity, so critical that you move the ball around, work quickly, and make sure that you keep that hitter off balance. Clearly not fooled by the location or the velocity. He was all over that fastball.
So the closer summoned from the bullpen, Jason Adam.
And he's been really shutting down hitters from the right side of the plate this year. Not a lot of hard contact, not a lot of hits, period.
And here is Matt Chapman. Swings and misses.
0-1.
That's strike 1. Late with the swing there.
Ahead 0-2 in the count. Sure, you've got 4 pitches you can work with, but throw something you can command and get this at bat over with as quickly as possible.
Handles, throws to first, and the inning is over. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. It's now an 8-0 game. You're dialed into the show. Last chance for the home team. And now the catcher comes up to hit. Elias Diaz. First pitch doesn't find the zone. And a foul ball. Next offering is fouled back. And that's ruled a swing. It's a strikeout. So the bullpen doing a nice job backing up the effort from their starter.
Yeah, we've seen some pretty excellent pitching out of this staff so far. I mean, they've come in ready to do their job and get outs. They've been pretty tough to get to in this one.
And first offering is fouled off. Base is empty, 1 away. We're in the last half of the 9th inning. Swing and a miss at a slider.
0-2.
In the air, left field, down the line, and that's a foul ball. That misses the zone.
That's
Going to count 1-2.
1-2.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. The 1-2. That one to first. Wade steps on first for the out.
Deceptive slider right there. Stayed in the tunnel a long time. Got that hitter out front. Rolled over it. Put it on the ground.
Foul ball there. Two down, nobody on. Here in the last half of inning number 9. And a swing and a miss, and that is the ball game.
The ball for his first career save deserves to be on display at his house. I mean, it's kind of like when a restaurant frames its first dollar bill somewhere on a wall. You just can't forget your first save.
8-0 is how this one ends. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. We'll see you soon for the next Game of the Week.